Harris running straight ahead. Shreds him with a stiff arm. They'll take that 14 yards on play number 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Wilson Parker in motion right. Now Jones. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Ashton Davis in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Slot man moves right. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones got his man complete over the middle. It's Henry. In motion right is Smith. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to drop this down to Harris, middle of the field. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. The Jets have Braxton Berrios back deep. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson, and he goes down. It's a Patriot sack.
Here we go.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. To throw is Wilson. Throwing on 3rd and long. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki.
Let's go, let's go.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The drive starts with a completion left side, and they're going to move it down to inside the 25. From the 24, Jones firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Throwing Jones. Parker's got it for a Patriots touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Patriots use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. A fairly short kick from the 14. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They run with a second-round pick from Iowa State. This is Breece Hall. And he'll have a Jets first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The Jets sitting at 5-2 on the year. And they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 1st down, right back to Hall. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got a man, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Throwing is Wilson. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Santoso now for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From the 10. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. From the 36, Wilson. He finds his man complete. That's Wilson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now Wilson on 1st down. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
Come on, sack.
Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. 1st down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson, 32 yards. And the Jets have got it back to within a score. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements. They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight, planted their feet, and forced the incompletion on 1st down.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Wilson. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets have taken the lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On 2nd and 10, Jones airing it out deep for Smith. And got his man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 37 yards. On 1st and 10, Jones. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he'll be marked out at about the 26-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll look to throw again. This is Smith with a grab. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And he is out of bounds here. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. They'll try and run with Harris. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Damian Harris with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Pats will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And that will make this a 4-point game. From the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
On first down, Wilson. And avoids the contact by sliding. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wilson. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
In motion right is Wilson. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On second down, here's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Here's Wilson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Again, Wilson.
Oh, Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Pats force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And a quick throw here that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down. Off the play fake, Jones trying to lay one up deep. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Tyree Gillespie. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
After the interception, here's Wilson.
This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Options galore here. Second and a few inches.
Wilson. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Wilson now to throw on third down.
And check down complete to Hall.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Here's Wilson. This is caught. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jets have taken the lead here this third quarter.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. To throw again on second down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. A big play there for New England. 68 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Out of the shotgun, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. pitch it to Harris. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for third down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters.
This is the National Football League on EA. For the lead, here's third and goal. Here's a sneak with Jones. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on fourth. Up and good for Santoso. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. So with less than a minute gone by here in this fourth quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great fourth quarter.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Now Wilson. And he's got his big tight end here. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that will bring up second down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Let's go. Hey, Charlie. 61. That's box. Right.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The escapability. There is that one good for 15 and a first. On first and 10, it's Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
It's a first down, and he's also over 190 receiving yards now. What a game. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
22-chip bomber, 22-chip bomber.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And he stopped immediately there. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Here we go.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Two, fellas, let's go. Slow. General, fast.
Throwing now is Wilson. To the right side, and he's got more complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. For it, it's Hall, and he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
Add that one to the good run tally right there. He's been strong throughout this game, and there's no reason to suggest he's going to slow down in the 4th quarter at all. And that's exactly what they need him to do. Keep churning out first downs.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. And they will take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal try. So on now is Greg Zuerlein in a pressure situation. Now flags come in before the kick. Clearly there was contact. Who was at fault? So it was the defense that jumped, and that'll move them 5 yards closer.
I wonder how they did it. What if they twitched a little bit up front, you know, a little subtle head movement that the officials didn't detect, but they got it done. Now they're 5 yards closer for their field goal attempt.
The penalty gets them half the distance closer, but they'll still need to come up with something on 3rd and goal. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. And the 10-year bet knocks it through the goalpost, and they have regained